過ぎた季節が嘘だとしても重ねたぬくもりは嘘じゃない君が残した背中の傷跡は今もずっと甘くてだからずっと痛くて
Yo, what it is, guys? Leon Mookie here, and I'm back with another chapter of Fate Unlimited DxD. In the last chapter, I basically went over the aftermath of, the fallen angels Rainer trying to kill Shiro, and now she's getting punished by Azazel alongside her, comrades, being Kalaner, Medelf, and Donasek. With soon, Shiro also explained himself to the peerages of Grimmery and Citri, with them all feeling bad for him, given his past. However, a new threat will soon take place in a couple days or so. So, that said, let's get into this, shall we, guys? Chapter 4. The Rogue Exorcist. As Shiro leaves the occult research club room and the old schoolhouse, Sona and Rias are the only ones left, besides their queens being Tsubaki and Akano, as all their other peerage members soon head back home or doing their daily duties as devils, with Rias and Sona soon bringing up the message from Azazel, with then Sona saying, "I can't believe it. Hell, I'm still having a hard time believing it," from Governor General Azazel. But then Rias saying, "How can we not?" He said directly that Kakeville is no longer part of the Gogori, that he's been excommunicated from the Fallen Angel faction, with then Tsubaki saying, "It's quite surprising, but given that the Fallen Angels did come to Devil territory here, so it only makes sense that the certain actions of a certain superior would be frowned upon." But within Akano actually feeling somewhat no longer having the same smile that she used to have, as this one, and her eyes are open, but somewhat worried, given who her father is, after all, and wondering how he feels about all of this. With then Ri is saying, "Either way, at least we know that whatever the actions of the fallen angel here won't cause so much of a problem anymore. Personally, I thought I could have taken care of it easily if I had more information on what they were planning." As she says this, somewhat annoyed, but also grateful at the same time. With then, Sona couldn't help but smile, with her actually smirking and having a little bit of a chuckle. With Rias soon saying, "What's so funny, Sona?" With saying, "Oh, I'm not laughing at you, Rias. I'm laughing at Shiro, given that he's the one that basically solved this issue for us, and yet he wished for nothing in return, just to tell us that he has no interest in being into either of our peerages." With soon Rias saying, you know him better than I do, Sona. I still want to be part of my peerage, though." With soon Sona saying, "I figured you would. But you have the pawn you actually wanted, that being Issei Hayato. So what's his sacred gear, by any chance?" With then Rias saying, "I'm not completely sure. All I know is that it's a red arm gauntlet, but I think it's in its dormant stage. I'm not sure what it actually is, to be fair, but it has to be something quite powerful if he took up 8 pieces." With then both Sona and Tsubaki were actually caught off guard by this, with both girls saying 8 pieces? Him? With soon Ria saying yes. Whatever the sacred gear that Issei has, I need to help him grow stronger. Especially what's to come. With then Sona saying, Riser. Good luck, Rias. But again, don't try to force Shiro into being part of your peerage. He's a good person and he made his decision why. He doesn't want to. He'd rather stay human. I wonder why, but whatever. But what really is curious and what's actually more surprising is who was he working with to actually cause him to kill people before coming here to Kuo? Within hearing that, Tsubaki's saying, my guess is possibly that it has to be the church or the angel faction. They wouldn't. I mean, we are aware of, Kiba's circumstances after all. But then Rias and Akano actually all nodded at Tsubaki's words, saying it wouldn't be surprised, but he could be part of the fallen angel faction as well, since they are trying to gather so many powerful figures, both sacred gear users, heroes, and many more. But soon Sona also saying, doubtful. This is Azazel we're talking about, and if he knew Shiro, Shiro would have said something, or rather, he would have said that he was part of the fallen angels. It just seems like he's dealt with them, or rather, dealt with supernatural occasions as this task force, whatever he was part of. But what really worries me is that there could be more people like him, more children who are forced to kill at a young age and to become powerful mages, strong enough to even rival a Mayo. With then Ria saying, you're joking. I mean, but soon Sona saying, could you still look him into the eyes? I still can't. Even though I know him, I can tell he was trying to hold back the intense glare he's known for. He was trying to make us feel at ease. But even so, even with trying to settle down that look, it still terrifies me, even though he's trying to be soft for all of us. But then Ria saying, you're right. You're absolutely right, Sona. Whatever this organization is, to make a normal human so powerful enough that he can even put fear into people like us who are high-class devils, I would hate to imagine on what would happen if you met my brother and your sister. Soon both girls couldn't help but laugh, well, at least a little bit, thinking that there's no way that Shiro's look alone could put fear into their older siblings, who are the leaders of the devil faction, and especially Surzech as being one of the strongest devils. So yeah, like that could happen. After that, well-deserved laugh, they couldn't help but actually sigh, with saying that I think it's that they'll need to tell their siblings about what Azazel has told them. And with that, the four ladies soon leave the occult research club room. As for Shiro, he's on his way back home until he feels immense bloodlust and also began hearing somebody scream, as it sounded like that of an innocent old man. With then he actually heading to the location. As he runs as fast as he can, he soon sees tons of blood on the ground. With then saying, what the hell? With then he sees a man with black priest robes, white hair, and blood red eyes. With soon Shiro sees what's in his hand as it being a gun and a sword that almost looks like a lightsaber. With then Shiro saying, Did you kill this man? Saying, what? All I'm doing is kill some pompous ass priest. Nothing major here. Saying, let me guess, you're a stray exorcist, basically abandoned by the church and all that. Saying, and what about it? You a member of the Vatican by any chance? Or part of the angel faction in general? With then saying, nope. Or are you part of the Gogori? Because those bastards just betrayed me. Saying, betrayed you? Oh, right. I'm guessing you were part of the rogue exorcist that Rainer and her friends were actually in command of. You must have escaped. I thought that some of you might die or be transferred back. Why the hell haven't you? Saying, like the hell I'm gonna tell you? Saying, why not tell me? After all, you're gonna kill me, right? The dead can't talk. With then Fried being thinking, you know what? Why the fuck not? Why shouldn't I? The fact is, I'm going to kill every single priest, devil worshiper, fallen angel, and devil that I see. I'm going to skull fuck and slash and brutalize every last one of them. That is what I'm going to do. And if I'm going to die by the Gogori or any powerful ass devil or even by the angels, I'm going to go outlet style. Basically killing anything that gets in my way. And a nosy ass bastard like you seems perfect for that. As he points his light sword right at Shiro. Shiro saying, yeah, not gonna happen. With soon Shiro preparing his Bakugan Kenshiro, as he doesn't even transform into his heroic spirit body, as he's in his normal body, given that he can just use his magecraft and projection alongside tracing to take him out. Not only that, plus, given that he's human, what gives him a chance that he'll have the upper hand on him? With soon Fried basically rushing at Shiro, saying, die! With soon Shiro blocking his strike with Bakugan Kenshiro, but then using his blades to change where his sword will land, bringing it down to Fried, as then Fried was about to use his gun to shoot at Shiro, but then Shiro bringing up Kenshiro, slicing the gun upwards before as it fired, but then Shiro kicking Fried in the gut, sending him backwards through the alleyway, but then Fried feeling like he just got hit by a truck as he spits up a little bit of blood, saying, you bastard, you fucking little prick, you're gonna pay for that! But then Shiro actually kind of confused, saying, I know I held back on that kick, but it should have been enough to at least knock him out. So he's no normal human being. No, he's normal, 100% normal. So it must be the power that he must have gotten from the fallen. He must still be using it to get up to defend himself. If that's the case, I should stop holding back then. As Shiro gets back into his battle stance, spitting both Bakugan Kenshiro, with then soon Fried shooting multiple light bullets right at Shiro, as Shiro deflects each and every light bullet with Bakugan Kenshiro as he runs straight at him, with then Fried running at Shiro, with both of them trying to slash at one another with each strike as they dodge each and every strike, with Fried tried to slice at Shiro once more, within them both being in a deadlock once again, as Fried tried using his gun, tried shooting Shiro once more, but this time Shiro does a high kick to Fried's arm, as the pain he causes him to drop it, as his left arm is completely broken at this time, with Shiro not even holding back. As after that, Shiro gets out of the deadlock and then breaks the light sword as well, with just one solitary slash, as Fried is completely and utterly taken back by this. But soon, both blades are at his neck, with soon Shiro saying, It's over. You're done. Either you die here or you surrender and turn yourself, and I'm gonna turn you into the cops where you can serve out your crimes for killing this innocent man. It's saying, you pompous little shit. Don't you dare look down on me, you worthless human. What the hell? No, wait. You can't be a human. No human can beat me. You have to be a devil or a fallen angel or possibly some low-ranked piece of shit angel. What the hell are you? With soon, Shiro saying, nothing much. Just your local hero of justice here in Kuo. That's all. With saying, hero of justice? What the fuck are you smoking? With soon, Shiro saying, surprising. I thought heroes were a normal thing nowadays. Especially reincarnated heroes. So tell me, what's your name? With soon saying, like I'm going to, all right, whatever. I don't really need you to tell me. As Shiro basically kicks him in the gut, knocking him back. With then pulling as he tries patting him down, seeing what he has. As he sees a light grenade, he also sees a couple of light bullets, and also a wallet, which is convenient. As he opens it up, he soon sees the identity is that of Fried Selzen, with soon saying, Fried Selzen, former priest of the Exorcist of the Vatican. So, that's who you are. Well, now I know. I'll take you to the cops, because there's no way in hell I'm going to. With soon, Fried grabbing something out of his coat, with then, as it being a flashbang, as it caught off Shiro off guard. However, if he was in his heroic spirit form, the flashbang wouldn't have done anything to him. But it wasn't a normal flashbang, as the flashbang held that of light magic within it, blinding Shiro even more. With that, Fried was able to escape, dropping both his light sword and his pistol as well. With then, Shiro basically surprised, saying, how annoying. With then looking both at the broken light sword and the abandoned light gun. With then thinking, I can possibly do some things with this. I could even probably trace and gain some new weapons in the process. I've been wanting to see what this world's type of, magic weaponry would be like, where I can make copies. With soon, Shiro leaves, pocketing both weapons, and heads back home. On his way back to his place, he soon gets a phone call from Azazel, within Azazel calling him saying, hey kid, how's it going? Saying, nothing much. So what about you, Governor General Azazel? Saying, none of that formality, kid. You're not a part of the Gogori. Just call me Azazel. Saying, all right then, Azazel, what can I help you with? With then saying, it's about that Asia Argenta girl. She's going to arrive at the train station tomorrow at Kuo. When she arrives, she's most likely thinking that she's going to be part of the church here and all that. But given that the church has a, small control over Kuo, even though it's neutral territory, and the devils have more control over it, doubtful she's going to she's going to figure out some things there. Especially within Shiro cutting him off saying, basically the churches here in Kuo are nothing but abandoned. With one of the churches in the outskirts, I'm pretty sure where your, subordinates were, is now completely destroyed. With soon saying, I figured as much. So I'm basically asking you for a favor. Either you could, I don't know, basically look after her, take care of her. I figured maybe with time blowing over, she could probably rejoin with the, church faction, or possibly within Shiro saying and cutting him off saying, you basically want me to see if the devils here who run Kuo would actually take her in, look after her, or have her be part of their peerages. Saying, that's the idea, kid. Saying, I don't want to force her to to join the devils or possibly turn into a devil. So whatever the reason is, it has to be up to her. I'm not going to just try and convince her to become a devil. That's it. With then hearing that, Azazel saying, that's cool. Everybody has their own free will. You can't force that onto other people and your core beliefs. Especially, it even hurts more when people can't even come to an agreement. With then Shiro saying, also about Kakebel, is he currently the bastard's on the run? He hasn't been seen anywhere else for the past couple of days or so. Hopefully we'll find him, and hopefully that we'll be able to capture him before any of the other factions do. With Soon saying, oh yeah, did you tell the Angel faction about Kakebel? With saying, I did, just yesterday. And you? I already told both governors here in Kuo about him. I'm not sure if they're going to tell their Satans about this, but it's up to them if they do or not. With then saying, those grim, they'll probably tell them if they don't tell their Siscon siblings about this. With saying, wait, Siscons? But then Azazel went quiet for a bit, and then on the other line, he actually felt like he just said something he wasn't saying. Oh crap, I wasn't supposed to say that. Just forget about it. About Argenta, she has blonde hair. I can't really say about anything else, but just look out for a girl with blonde hair. With then Shiro saying, alright, I will. She should arrive tomorrow morning. Just make sure that you tell her. With then Shiro saying, you got it. With that, he hangs up his phone and heading back home. On the next day, Shiro basically waits at the Town Plaza train station, with wondering on when Asia Argenta would show up. With soon he looking at his phone, thinking, damn it, I'm going to be late if the train doesn't show up. With soon somebody comes up behind Shiro as he notices it, saying, saying, oh, sorry, I was actually wondering if you were okay. You seem quite frustrated. But saying, as he looks around, he sees a young woman, as she has that of long blonde hair with that of crispy green eyes, but she also wearing red framed glasses, and she wearing that of long black sweater with long red skirt that goes all the way down to her knees. With soon, however, what really was taken back by her is given how voluptuous her body was, as her breasts was somewhat bigger than Akino's, actually. Not only that, her curvy hips and hourglass figure is even more potent than that of Rias, too. With soon, Shiro was completely and utterly blushing, as looking at this woman was basically breathtaking, as no words could speak on how beautiful she was. With Shiro completely stunned by her looks. But then the woman asks, oh, are you okay? You have a red face. Do you have a fever? Saying, oh, no, it's not that. Just you caught me off guard, that's all. She soon saying, Luna, my name is Luna. Saying, Luna, huh? Can I ask, Luna? With soon, but then Azazel saying, she has blonde hair. But saying, blonde hair? I never got a picture of what she looked like. Within looking back at this woman, with soon Shiro blushing once more, but saying, Miss Luna, was it? Do you have another name you go by? Would it be Asia? With saying, no, I wouldn't have gone by that name. Saying, seriously? I thought for sure she would be. But still, It almost sounded like she's around my normal age. Well, technically, what my body's age is. With soon the woman named Luna saying, you were actually quite a bit under stress, so I wanted to see if you're okay. Saying, I'm all right. You don't need to ask. Saying, but, oh, that's good. Actually, I just arrived here in Kuo. I was actually about to look around the sites, but I'm not too familiar with the city, and I'm afraid I might get lost. With soon Shiro saying, really? There should be a tour guide. With then looking at his phone saying, of course, the tour guide's gone this time. With then she actually tilting her head, as she has quite a bit, even though she has quite the voluptuous figure, she has the face of pure innocence, which really takes Shiro back even more, confused and completely wondering what the hell is going on. With that saying, if you like, I have time. I could show you around a bit of the downtown district and the shopping district if you like. With saying, really? You would do that for me? Thank you. Thank you so much. You're truly kind. Shiro. My name is Shiro Emiya. It's a pleasure to meet you, Miss Luna. Saying, of course. After that, the two begin to leave. However, as soon as, Shiro and Luna leaves, Asuya soon arrives as well. With soon kind of confused, wondering on where she should go. However, as soon as she actually wasn't looking where she was going, she dropped. She falls down on face first, with even her butt actually up, even being able to look under her nun robes. With Sue, she's saying, owie. With then somebody coming up to her saying, are you okay? Do you need any help? As she looks up, she soon sees a familiar team that we are all aware of, that being Issei Hayato, saying, yes, thank you so much. As she grabs on to Issei's hand, with then soon she begins saying that she plans on heading to the church as she's in charge of it. But she doesn't know where to go though. With then Issei saying, oh, if you like, I can show you around. But saying, really? That'd be grateful. With that, Issei shows Asuya around Kuo before heading to the church. As for Shiro, he begins showing around Luna around the church, around Kuo, as it being around the downtown district where most of the main businesses are, especially for tourists and everything. And also about the shopping district, showing tons of clothing and a lot of, restaurants nearby as well. With then begins thinking, I hope that you enjoyed. With each and every place that Shiro shows Luna, she has somewhat of a surprise and giggly feeling, like that of an innocent girl seeing the world for the first time. With then Shiro saying, this woman is completely surprising me every single moment I look at her. At first, I thought of her to be some kind of compassionate, rich woman who doesn't know much about the world, but now that I think about it, it's almost like she's a child just experiencing everything for the first time. This is absolutely ridiculous. But, to be honest, I don't know why, but it's actually kind of cute. With then soon Luna saying, hey, Shiro, what's this place? With Shiro actually walking over to her, as they're in front of the store, as it being a gaming store, saying, I haven't came into this place. It's a video game store. What, saying video games? Saying, I'm not really fond of them, actually. But I hear you, but a certain classmate of mine is quite familiar with them, as he's reminded of Issei, saying, but I don't think you should worry too much about them. Some people like them and some people don't. With saying, I want to check them out if that's okay. Saying, sure, go ahead. I don't mind. With soon she going inside, as she's actually quite curious about each and every game. Well, not every game, as she looks at some of them with somewhat of, curiousness and somewhat of disdain. However, but most of them she does actually take quite a bit of a, liking to. But then finish looking around, they soon leave, with Shiro thinking, so I could also show you the entertainment district, but however, I really gotta get to school. I only came out here so I can look for a certain sum. With then thinking, crap, I was supposed to go to the train station for Asia Argenta. Crap. I'm sorry, Miss Luna, but I gotta go. I hope I can see you around town again. Bye. She soon leaves, with then having that of a curious look before it turned into a full-fledged smile, saying, he really is a good person. Besides that huge amount of magical power that he has on him, everything else is quite interesting. A kind-hearted boy with the mind of a grown man. Shiro Emiya, I hope to see you again in the future. After saying that, she soon goes through the alleyway, as then 10 white wings begin to come out of her back. As soon she flies up into the air. Back at the downtown train station, Shiro couldn't help but feel somewhat annoyed at himself for forgetting to actually look for Asia, as he begins thinking, damn it, where could she gone? I could probably look at one of the churches, but I can't do that right now. I need to get to school. But I don't mind at least being a couple minutes late to class. I should look around. That Shiro heads to places where most likely a nun who has been excommunicated from the church would go, as to one of the churches in the city, with realizing, as he already aware, that the outskirt church where the fallen angels are at are most likely destroyed, with soon entering the building, with then realizing that she's not in here, with soon thinking, damn it, where the hell? I mean, I could put in a missing persons report, but as then Shiro got out of his train of thought, as then a light blade soon came at Shiro's head, with then Shiro dodging it and bringing out Baki and Kenshiro, saying, great, I didn't think that you would still be here, Freed Selzen. As for Freed, his left arm is still broken and is in a makeshift sling, as he wields another light sword. But however, the light power coming off of it is pretty weak. But then saying, so you come after me? Well then, this is going to be a lot more fun. I did see a little nun coming by here. She ran off before she tried to heal me, but I knew that she was that whore that the fallen angels try to come after. I thought killing her would be fun. And saying, wait, she did come by here. Where'd she go now? Saying, don't know, but when I'm done with you, I'll probably have my fun with her for a little bit before I kill her, though. Saying, you sick son of a bitch. You really have no sense of kindness whatsoever. How could a priest turn into you? As part of him actually knows of a certain priest who actually turned into a psychopath. As with Shiro actually having the memories of Kirei Kotomine in his mind. With then saying, well, you just get tired of the bullshit, of the hypocritical bullshit over and over again, and just want to enjoy slaughtering things. Isn't that fun? Don't you think that would be fun? With then Shiro saying, enough of this. We're ending this here and now. Originally, I hate having to kill, but a psychopath like you needs to die. With saying, I like to see you try! With Shiro and Freed clashing with their blades once more, with each strike and slash creating sparks within the abandoned church, with soon Freed jumping from pew to pew, with Shiro chasing after him as well, with soon Freed actually grabbing something from his makeshift sling as it being a light grenade. However, Shiro is prepared for this, as he soon throws both Bakia and Kenshiro at it, and then creating that of a visor to protect his eyes from the flash. The ringing is still there, but he's more aware, with soon Freed thinking that he got the upper hand, with then rushing back at Shiro. However, Shiro uses Trace on, as then he doesn't create Bakia and Kenshiro, he creates that of an Exorcist light sword, with soon Freed saying, "How the hell did you? That broken piece of crap couldn't." Saying, who said I used the broken piece of crap? I just remembered our last fight, and given that we're fighting here again, I now have the necessary components and blueprints to make a light sword of my own. I'm not gonna lie, this light energy is pretty unique. Not as powerful as Excalibur, I will say. Would say, "How the hell do you know about Excalibur?" Saying, "Because I have one, of course." With then Freed saying, "What the hell are you?" Catching Freed off guard with talking, he soon cuts off Freed's right arm. With then the light sword falls to the ground alongside the bloody severed arm. With then Freed actually quite surprised and screaming in pain, saying, "You bastard! You bastard! You cut my arm off! You fucking piece of shit! How dare you!" With then Shiro saying, "Sorry, but this is over. You're done." As Freed keeps on screaming hysterical, Shiro soon stabs him below his chest. With that, Freed is shocked and surprised seeing one of his own light swords stabbing him. With then Shiro pulls it out and then dematerializes it. As soon he's saying, "You'll bleed out here. At least try and reflect on everything that you've done. All the lives you have probably taken for your senseless joyride of killing because you want to. Some people like you make me sick." After that, Shiro grabs his school bag and then leaves, heading to Kuo. However, given as for his clothes, they're pretty bloody, so he basically uses his magic to clean himself off. With that, he's a lot more better now. As for Freed, he can't help but say, "I can't die here. I want to make them pay. I want to see them all bloodied and blood in front of me. All their blood and limbs scared everywhere. The angels, the exorcists, the fallen, those damn devils. Every last living being on this planet slaughtered right in front of me. Is that so wrong to want?" With soon after saying this, a black feather soon falls down to the ground. With soon multiple feathers begin to fall from the church, saying within a figure saying, "Freed Selzen, you and I are kindred spirits. It would be a shame to lose somebody of your talent and strength, somebody of your skill. I believe you need another purpose." With soon, the feathers begin to continue falling, as Freed couldn't help but smile. That soon, Shiro makes it to school, but at least that of, 10 minutes late, unfortunately. He did get chewed out by his teachers, but given that he has that of a pretty popular and good work ethics and also helping out the teachers quite a bit, he's actually just given off with that of a warning and make sure that it doesn't happen again. With that, Shiro basically takes his seat. As he takes his seat, he soon notices Issei as he looks on the left side of his face you soon realize that there is a big red hand mark on it. As he begins thinking, what the hell did happen this time? Got peeping once again, with then realizing that there is a scent of holy energy coming off of Issei after all. With that really catches Shiro off guard, given that Issei is a devil, especially a reincarnated devil. With that, was completely caught off guard. As for Shiro, he soon heads to the old school building where he and Issei actually walk together, with Suit saying, "You can stop following me," saying, "I'm not here for you, Hayato. I'm here to give Konako her lunchbox, given that I won't be able to eat with her today because I need to work with the student council." Saying, yeah, whatever. But still, I want to say sorry. Saying, what? I want to say I'm sorry for being an asshole. I mean, you're basically the biggest asshole of them all, but I guess that having a horrible childhood, losing your parent, then losing another parent, and then turned into that of a killing machine, I guess everybody has their hang-ups. With Sue, Shiro can say, you actually mean it, don't you? Saying, why wouldn't I? Because you're basically an asshole to anyone who isn't you and your friends. Do you know that almost every guy in this school despises you, besides Kiba? With Sue saying, what? I mean, why the hell would we not? Saying, the reason why everybody guy hates you is because you give guys like us a horrible, horrible name for ourselves. You constantly peep on the girls, no matter what you do, and no matter the punishment. Sometimes I always wonder why Sona never expelled you and your friends, until I now understand the reason why. You have a sacred gear, and they wanted to make sure that you could join their peerage. Now I understand. With then Sue Issei saying, wait, that's the reason? Man, I guess I'm lucky. Saying, don't push your luck. That's only the reason why. As for everything else, every other girl still despises you. With that saying, ouch, still a dick. Saying, and you're still a dumbass. With that, both of them arrive into the org building, with then Shiro's eyes begin widening as he sees somebody that he didn't think he would see, as it being a female nun with that a big green piercing green eyes, with blonde hair, and sitting right next to Konako, with saying, "Oh, Issei, you're here, and who's your friend?" With then Issei saying, "This asshole is not my friend, but he's in my class. His name is, Shiro Emiya. By any chance, would you be Asia Argenta?" With then everybody look at Shiro, with soon saying, "I am. Why would you ask?" Saying, "Yeah, about that." As he begins explaining himself, with then Asia saying, "I see. So certain members of the Gori planned on using me, and Governor General Zazel wanted me to be in your care." Saying, "Yeah, I was supposed to meet you at the train station, and hopefully I could actually ask for you to live with me for the time being, to figure things out for yourself." With then soon, Issei saying, "So you're gonna have her live with you? Like hell? What makes you think that she wants to?" Saying, "It's up to her, Issei. I'm not going to force her to live with me. That would be wrong." But then Issei saying, "Well, at least some of it. At least you have common sense. Look who's talking, perverted dumbass." After their little banter, Konako continues eating the bento lunch that Shiro prepared for her. As for Rias and Akino, they're still on the fence about this. Rias is still mad at Issei for taking Asia and bringing her to the club room, especially since she was attacked by Freed of all people. But then Shiro saying, "Asia does have a sacred gear, Rias. With soon, Rias actually perked up to this, saying, "Really?" Saying, "Yes, she does. I think it's the reason why she was excommunicated from the church. Am I right?" Within, Asya, who was also eating the bento alongside of Konako as well, saying, "Actually, yes," as she begins going through her story on why she was, well, excommunicated from the church, and about that she healed a devil, and because of that, many of people that once idolized her as the holy maiden now treated her like a pariah, and she had nowhere else to go. With that, Rias can help but feel sorry for Asya. But then Issei saying, "Then you could stay with us. I mean, sure, we may be devils and you are now a former nun, but it doesn't matter anymore, right? All we need, so you could stay with us if that's okay. Come on, Madam President." With then Rias saying, "I could turn her into one of my reincarnated devils and be part of my peerage." But then Shiro saying, "Remember, Rias, she has to want it. You can't force it onto her." With then Shiro look at Asya saying, "Asya, is this what you want? Do you wish to be a reincarnated devil?" With then Asya saying, "I don't have anywhere else to go." Finding out that that fallen angels planned on using me to just steal my sacred gear. And I always thought that devils were evil, but meeting Issei and then meeting all of you, I think I was taught wrong. So maybe, yes, I would actually like to become a devil." With soon, Shiro saying, "All right, that's good to hear." With then soon, Shiro was about to leave. But then Rias saying, "You could have not said anything. You could have just kept it that Asya didn't have to become a devil. You could have just looked after her." Saying, "I could, but I think it's best if she made the decision for herself. I only brought it up, that's all. Besides, I was planning on taking care of her if she decided not to." With that, Rias couldn't help but actually smirk in surprise, saying, "You're pretty nice. You know that, Shiro, right?" Saying, "I get that a lot, but part of me knows I'm far from nice." With that, he soon leaves, with Rias being more and more curious about Shiro. Not only that, she wants him to be part of her peerage even more than now. As a long day is finally end, Shiro finally makes it back to his place. With Vince, as he soon slides the door open, he soon sees a familiar face as they're wearing a maid outfit. With saying, "Hello, Master Shiro, welcome home." With then, Shiro was completely taken back by this, seeing no other than Rainer in a maid outfit, saying, "Welcome home, Master Shiro." And that's it. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please tell me what you guys think in the comments below. I would love to read them. And also, how did you guys like this arc? It was kind of a personal arc because Fried Selzen, the dude is kind of a pain in the ass, to be honest. I really hate the guy. Not as much as Issei, but really hate the guy. I hated the fact that he was strong enough to keep up with devils of all things. Devils. So I always thought that was pretty stupid fishy. And yes, with the Excaliburs, he does become a lot more stronger and is able to hold his own with devils. But he's still 100% human. That's the problem. And he doesn't have a sacred gear or ancient or heroic blood like all the other members of the hero faction. So that was always annoying. So I thought, why not have Shiro kill him, and he comes back in later volumes, especially for the Excalibur arc, a lot with that of actually being a real threat. So yeah. Also having Shiro bring up the idea of Asya being part of Rias' peerage. Because he is aware that she wants tons of peerage members. He doesn't know why, but he will find out later. Sooner than later, actually. And also Rainer being part of Shiro's life. I'll actually explain that in the next chapter. So yeah. With that said, check out my Discord, gaming channel, my main channel, and my Patreon. All link in the description below. So with all that said, this is Elmoki, signing out. Later guys, and take care.